Hang on. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our cooking demo for the day. I'm Dr. Erin Mayfield, founder and CEO of my new medical practice, Lifestyle Medicine, Wellness and Recovery. We help people lose weight naturally, feel younger and stronger, and get off of medications. One of the ways that people can lose weight and still eat delicious food with lots of protein is to focus on whole food, plant-centered eating. We've all experienced holiday eating with meals loaded with fat, salt, and sugar. So we docs created this holiday cooking series to demonstrate some of our favorite recipes that you will love and will save you from gaining 5 pounds in December. Over the next month, your cooks will be physicians from the EntreMD Business School. We have volunteered to cook in our kitchens and share delicious plant-based meals. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope that you can attend them all. So I'm excited today to introduce you to Dr. Tolu Olabintan. Dr. Olabintan is the founder and CEO of Livingspring Family Medical Center in Mansfield, Texas. She is a board-certified family physician. She completed a fellowship in women's health, and she's a certified HIV specialist by the American Academy of HIV Medicine. It is her goal to take care of patients in a way that's compassionate, professional, and making her patients' health the priority. She's also an amazing Christian wife and mother. She's going to share information about her new medical practice, one of her favorite recipes, and some health tips. The best way to connect with her is check her out on her website, www.livingspringmedicals.com, and we will add her contact information for her Facebook group and her Instagram account in the show notes. So we are thrilled to have Dr. Olabintan here. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, Dr. Erin, for having me here. I am honored and excited at the same time.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure.
All right, awesome. So just a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. I would love to share this recipe that I learned as a younger teen, I would say. It's called bole. That's the traditional way of pronouncing it. I'm from Nigeria, the western part of Africa, and plantain is a big deal where we're from. And there are healthier ways to enjoy it, and bole is one of them. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't mind, Dr. Erin, I was going to actually show what it looks like in its raw form, and then we'll go from there. Does it sound good?
That's great.
All right, so I'm going to grab one. This is one of the ones that we're actually going to grill today. This is a plantain. It's similar to a banana, but typically this one is cooked. Bananas you can eat, of course, when they're ripe, you can eat them raw, but this one typically you don't eat them raw. You grill them. Most people enjoy them fried, but it's not the healthiest way to eat it. And so we're going to do the roasted way today. Now, I wanted to show you the green version of it. So this is a banana because I couldn't find a green one, but this is how a green plantain will look, only it would be this size. Okay. Got it. And plantains are very rich in fiber, very rich in vitamin C, which is good for your skin, good for your eyes. It's also rich in potassium, which is good for your heart. Okay. Wow. Now, when I was growing up, I'll be honest with you, I'll share the story. When I was growing up, my mom tended to make us eat the green one. So the difference in taste is that this one doesn't taste as sweet as this one. So as this ripens to this, it's more sugar in the form of glucose, yes, but it's still a complex carb. And so it's still a good way for your body to, or your stomach to stay full for a while. So it's actually very good for diabetics, but it's better in the green, like it's less sugar, is less likely to raise your sugar in the green form than the yellow form. But the green form is actually richer. It's richer in iron. So my mom used to make us eat this. We would chop it up and boil it, and we would eat it with a sauce of some kind, or with some eggs, or with some other type of stew. to kind of, they kind of go together. And she would explain that this one is richer in iron for you. So you should try to eat this more than you would eat this one. But for the sake of taste and as a
Yes.
starter, I think this one, we'll do this one first.
Okay.
And maybe another time do this one. Okay.
Okay. That's so fascinating. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome. And, I will say this, growing up, I was very fortunate to have a mom who was very big into plant-based diets. So it was a norm for me,
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't want to make it sound like I arrived at this point, rather quickly or automatically or radically. It's something I grew up into. My mom, when I would get like maybe the highest grade in school, I did something well, I would be rewarded like with a papaya or with the biggest mango, or like I didn't get candy as a reward. So that helped reinforce like, this is good. A lot of times we tend to say, oh, we yell at our kids, eat your vegetables, and then, oh, good job, here's your candy. But it was reversed in my house.
Good. Oh, she's a brilliant lady.
So it was part of my upbringing. And I'm so happy that Dr. Erin, you're doing this, because we can I'm hoping that people who are watching, and as you share with other people too, that it's possible to eat healthy and enjoy it. Okay. Yes. Because it's I give this analogy a lot. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 20 years? A lot of us want to still remain independent, right? Healthy, not visiting one doctor to another. We want to be traveling. We want to enjoy our retirement. Well, to do that, we've got to make health choices now. And part of that is changing how we eat. Decades of research, decades of being alive as humans have shown us that a plant-based diet, or heavily at least plant-based diet, is linked to longevity, increase in quality of life and quantity of life. And so I'm very happy that you're doing this.
Oh, well, thank you so much for helping us out, because I feel the same way that you did. My mother always emphasized fruits and vegetables, but we also had some of the traditional meals, and yet she always home cooked. So that was a huge plus. And then as I transitioned away from meat and processed foods and into plants, I just felt so much better. The aches and pains go away. You lose weight naturally. You feel stronger. It's an amazing life. And it's something that I think we forget about because we have been exposed to meat and processed foods for such a long time. But I don't know anybody who's made this transition who will ever go back. Everyone feels so much better on a whole food plant-based diet that they're excited to do it, and they would never go back to the processed foods.
I agree with you. And one of the things I think we as doctors are doing better is communicating, how you would feel different when you eat better. So like, I'll be honest with you, and it's so interesting. I was ruminating on this thought yesterday, and I was planning to do a post on it tomorrow, where it's like, I get happy when cholesterol numbers are good. You come in, your blood pressure is awesome. I'm like, yay. But sometimes to the patient, it's like, well, good for you, doc. I don't feel any, like, your numbers look good. It's great. But what does cholesterol mean to me? So as we start to talk about the healthy eating, and we also talk about the exercise, drinking more water, getting rest, I ask, even before looking at the blood pressure, I say, you know what, okay, they come to me, they say, blood pressure is good, doc. I did this. I have been exercising. Before I get into, oh, the numbers look better, I say, how do you feel?
Oh, good.
How do you feel? And they're like, yeah, you're right, doc. I'm sleeping better. I have more energy. I seem more focused. And
Fantastic.
I say, so then I'm like, is it worth the sacrifice, right? The inconvenience of eating healthy and not eating whatever is thrown at you. Like, is it worth the sacrifice? They're like, yeah, doc, I love the way I feel. And I'm like, there we have it, score.
That's it.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. That is fantastic. And what a great question when they come in, to just give them a minute and space to reflect on how they're feeling. So that is fantastic. You're doing beautiful work.
So it's impressive. It's impressive. You feel good. The numbers are great. It's a win-win. So yeah. All right. So should we get right to the meat?
Let's check out the plantains.
All right, so plantains, we're gonna start. And what you're gonna need for this is actually pretty simple. We're gonna need a cutting utensil, so a knife, a simple knife, and your plantains. And I tend to pick some of the ones that are a little softer.
Okay.
So you can't tell, but this feels a little softer than this. So you see, I'm not able to push in as much as I'm able to with this one. So this one would tend to be a little sweeter than this one. So that's the clue, okay? So first, we're gonna make sure that the oven is already preheated. So I typically do 350 bake. You wanna make sure the oven is hot before you put the plantains in.
Okay.
And all you do simply, and I'm gonna do it up here, you will cut the edge right here off, right? And you cut the other edge right here. I do it this way. I know you could do it this way, but because of the video, it's just easier to do it. And then you'll pick a ridge, like an edge. So you have this, you have this. So I pick right here, and I just slice all the way down carefully, okay? And then I use my clean hands.
Yeah, that's right. To
peel this apart. Okay, you peel it apart.
It comes right off too, doesn't it?
Comes right. Yeah, the riper it is, the easier it is to peel right off. So right here. Nice. You have it, okay? So we're gonna do quite a few because the kids want some too.
Of course.
I'm gonna eat some too.
Good.
So we cut each edge off, and again, a ridge, and we go right, we follow the curve of the plantain, and we peel. I'm going to use the husk. I call it the husk. I don't know, the skin, the peel, just to store it. It saves me doing the dishes so much. So I just leave it right in there. I just peel it and leave it. Fascinating.
Right. That's great. So you cook it right in the peel.
Oh no, I'm going to transfer it from the peel to it, but I don't have to put it on the plate. It just saves me time. I'm going to do one of the kitchen hacks to less washing after. So we're going to get 3 of them. Beautiful. And one, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I've really enjoyed watching all of our physicians' time hacks. Because all busy women and men need that. And that one of the misconceptions about home cooking and plant-based eating is that it takes a lot of time. And yet we found out that through all of our cooking demos that people are able to make these meals or snacks in 30 minutes or less.
Yes, yes, yes. Quick, healthy options. That's always a bestseller.
Oh, it's certainly faster than going to a restaurant or picking up carryout.
I'm having to wait. All right, so we have 1. See this kind of slides off 1, and then I have 2, and I have 3, and I have 4. Okay. So the next step would be to take the actual plantain, and you're gonna make little slices. Okay, you're not gonna slice all the way through, but just like a line, about an inch wide. Okay. I usually make about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then you flip to the other side. Same thing. I don't know if you can see this very well with my lighting.
Oh, it's coming through nicely.
Okay, so right here, again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I put it back in the peel till I'm ready to load it up. Now do that for the other 4. Okay. 1, 2. And what we're doing with that, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in it. Okay. Just a little bit. Helps with the browning. Some people put spices on theirs. I like it. It's sweet just by itself. I don't need anything else. Sometimes I'll splash a little paprika on it because I like pepper.
Oh, we do too.
Yeah, I can put a
we Hungarians love our paprika.
So I prefer pepper over salt. Just to maintain a low salt lifestyle 2 to 3. So this is the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have that ready. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the olive oil. I got this from Aldi. I don't know if they have Aldi where you are.
They do.
Aldi? I love them. They're very budget friendly. Let me try to figure out how to open this. Oh my goodness. Give me 1 second. Let's figure out how to open this.
It's fine. Take your time.
So open the olive oil. All right. And so just a slight drizzle. I'll put a little bit and I'll rub it on where the spot, where the ridges are, or the lines are.
Okay.
Just a little bit, nothing much, okay?
Okay.
And then we flip it over and do the same thing. The same amount, like a two drops or 3 drops is what I use on all the sides, okay? It's just a little bit.
Yeah, that's just a tiny bit.
Tiny, tiny, tiny bit. All right, same thing here, little. May have overdone that one. So just rub it on each side. So we got the second one, then we got the third one. Same thing, just a drop. There we go, drop. And this is an easy thing to make, like whenever I'm going to a get together and I ask, oh, is there something I can bring? And they're like, oh no, make a little snack. I take these. And it's usually a hit. They're like,
I bet.
Like plantain. And I take the sweet ones. The sweet plantains, yeah, as an introduction, yes. So we do that. And then by this time, the oven should be a little warm. So it's 350. I put that on about 10 minutes ago. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually put just the plantain on the rack. So no foil. Really? Yeah, it has to grill on the rack. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to let me go to the oven and open it up. Can you guys see me?
We can see you.
So I tend to leave a little layer of foil at the bottom, so if anything drops, it doesn't get messed up. And I put it right one over there. I'll show you guys. I'm going to move the camera in a second. Okay,
that'll work.
3 and 4. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to wash my hands. Okay. And I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to move the camera so you can see what it looks like.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, in the oven. Okay, so right down in the bottom, it just sits.
Oh, I see. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So over time, though, I have to check it. And as we discuss further, I'm going to check it because we have to turn it to make sure it's really
okay.
I'm going to close it, and that could take anywhere from about 15 minutes just back and forth. And so
all right.
I keep an eye on it and keep checking it back and forth. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Like I said before, people tend to eat this with a sauce. One of the sauces I tend to use is like the sweet. I use sweet bell peppers. I use habanero.
Ooh.
I know I use habanero. Yum. So sweet peppers, onions, garlic, habanero, and then a little bit of ginger, fresh ginger. I kind of saute that in a little bit of olive oil, and then I put spices. It depends on my mood. Other spices I love cilantro. I love thyme, and I love curry.
Yes, we do too.
I sprinkle on a lot of things. So that's something I would saute on the side to go with this.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds yummy.
And so It's very easy to make and easy and very easy to enjoy too.
That's
So
wonderful.
very easy to enjoy. And it's a healthy, because like, for instance, my husband loves plantains. A lot of people love
Yeah,
plantains. But this is an easy way to still enjoy the sweetness of it without having to fry it.
that sounds
Um,
wonderful. I can't wait to try it. I'm excited to try it.
yes. Hopefully one day we'll link up and I'll be able to make it for you fresh.
Yes, we'll do it in
Yeah.
person. That would be
Mhm.
fun.
That would be awesome. Now, while we're talking, I also while we're waiting for that, I wanted to show a few things, a few things on how to incorporate more plant-based foods into your lifestyle.
Oh,
Um,
fantastic.
and I tell patients this a lot. So this is our kitchen aisle, and if you look here, this is a fruit basket, but it's a standing one.
Okay.
Okay. So I have bananas on the top. I have pineapples. Let me see if I can raise it up. Because I say to people, you're going to eat what's in the house, right?
Right.
So to raise it up. So this is it, right?
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
the kids have access to it. So I don't have
That's
to
wonderful.
dictate when they eat fruit. They can come grab it. It's intentionally like reachable based on their height. So that way they can do that.
Wow.
And right behind me, this camera, I have cantaloupe, plantains, apple, and pear, easy access to at this same level. So you have to go grocery shopping almost every week. I know that sounds like a lot, but at least once to 2 times a week, and buy fresh fruits and put it where you see them.
Mhm.
The colors of the fruits I learned, the reds, the pinks, the greens,
Yes.
the orange, the yellow, so I believe God knew what he was doing by giving them those colors. So they're
That's right.
attractive to the eyes. So make that a part of what you do, a routine. Make it a routine. So every week we're known to do that every week or every 2 weeks. After church on Sunday, we'll go grocery shopping together and grab those fruits and bring them in.
Oh,
So-
that must make it fun for the kids too, because they're contributing and they can talk about what they're hungry for and
What fruits
how
they
to-
want.
learn how to shop too at the same time.
Now, someone's probably listening to us and they're thinking, well, good for you. Fruits are expensive, doc. They're not everyone can, buy them, and they go bad and da. Do the fruits for sale. Whatever fruits on sale that week, that's the fruit you're getting. And you try new fruits that way, or try new veggies that way. And it's usually a fruit on sale, 1 or 2 every week. And so that's how you buy smart too. And farmers markets are a good idea too. You buy in bulk and they usually have discounts, right?
Yes. Oh, and they're wonderful. They're fresh. They're so fresh. Well, and like you said, going to Aldi, you save a lot of money going to Aldi. And I've really been impressed with our local Walmart in Pensacola, because everybody goes there. There's so many people that go there that they have to have a lot of turnover. They have to have fresh fruit out there all the time.
All the time.
Fruit and vegetables don't get old at Walmart because there's so many people buying.
Wow.
So they really, and they must have, oh my goodness, they must have 10 different types of apples at least. I never counted, but they've got all of that. And so when you go somewhere like that, people might think, well, it's kind of cheap, but it's really not. It's gorgeous fruit and it's fresh. And so take advantage of it. Take advantage of the good prices.
And when you do the math, when you're eating out, it's actually more expensive.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. It absolutely is. When you consider you can buy 2 pounds of beans, 2 pounds of dried beans for $1. And it makes a huge pot of soup. You just can't beat it.
The things we tell ourselves to excuse ourselves from doing things that we should. So the cost, usually we can find ways to get good, clean food for a decent price. So be encouraged.
No, absolutely. And bananas are never expensive. I've never seen expensive bananas. It's always a good buy.
Even with the organic ones, I'm like, yes, we do the organics. Yes. Yeah, the organic ones. Oh, yeah, that's true. The cost of plantain. So this ones I actually got today, because the ones I got early in the week were not as pretty. Like usually the size, the bigger they are, like, they're they taste better. I don't know if bigger makes it taste better. No, not necessarily. But just by the way I look at plantains, the ones that I picked today were actually fresher. And each one was 69 cents. And this is the most expensive I've seen, because usually I buy them maybe 2 for $1.
Okay. But they're huge.
They're
And then
huge.
it looks like one would just, it would fill you up. It's got so much fiber in it.
In fact, I looked it up. I think one cup of plantain is about 118 calories. 1 cup of one plantain.
Oh, wow. That's a good deal.
Yes. And it's a complex carbohydrate. So it releases sugar over time. So it keeps you full for a minute. So it's a good option.
Oh, that's lovely. So what are some of the things that you enjoy cooking for main dish?
Main dish.
What do your children enjoy? We'd love to hear about how the children enjoy their plant meals.
So they do like beans.
Do they?
Big on, they love beans.
Uh-huh.
There's a type of bean we eat in Nigeria. It's called the honey bean, similar to the black-eyed bean, but it's more a lighter brown color, but it has a sweetness to it, like a little honey tinge. So I boil that and I blend some red peppers, habaneros, of course, but usually for the kids, I make it light. Onions and tomatoes. And I pour it in with the beans and cook it together.
Oh, that's
so sometimes, yes, that's another side dish that goes with the plantains, the beans. So the bean porridge, that's what it's called, the bean porridge. Some people add corn to it. So it's the beans and corn porridge, and you could eat that with the plantain in reasonable quantities. So that's another. I'll be honest, we do like rice. Rice is a big staple food in Nigeria. Rice is big. But I have grown to enjoy brown rice. I like brown rice. I actually find that it fills me up better than white rice does.
Yes.
My kids don't really like brown rice. My daughter will indulge with me. But they do like the white rice with a tomato-based sauce that I make too. Other things they like to, let me see. Lots of fruits and veggies. They have at least 4 to 5 servings a day.
Yes.
Their snacks are usually fruits.
That is fantastic.
So,
that's just wonderful.
They know that as a big, so it's a big part of their meal. And then we do have some other, we're big on different types of soups. There's one with a melon soup, not watermelon. And then it has a lot of spinach in it. Okra is another vegetable we used to make a soup out of. They can eat with a potato-based, almost like, it looks like cornmeal. That's the best way I can compare it to here. Or an oat. Quicker oats, what's the terminology? How would I say? Like you eat it with the soup. You kind of scoop the starch and dunk it in the soup and eat. So the soup is vegetable based, and then the starch usually is either oat or some type of yam or some type of potato that goes with it. Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Sounds yummy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes.
It takes time to cook, but it tastes good.
Yeah. So your medical practice.
Yes.
So I'm not sure where your city is. Are you close to a big city or are you more in the country?
We're close to Dallas. Dallas is huge. We're closer to Dallas. We're about 40, it depends on where in Dallas you're saying Dallas, because Dallas is huge. So we're about 45 minutes from Dallas. So we're in the city of Mansfield, Texas.
Okay. All right, great. Well, I know it's lovely countryside up there. I always enjoy going to Dallas. It's very pretty.
Very beautiful. The skies. Dallas skies. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's the fact that I didn't look at the sky before when I was in Pennsylvania. I wasn't really paying attention to the sky in Pennsylvania due to what stage I was in, but I have grown to appreciate the Dallas sky. It's beautiful, sometimes orange, sometimes peach blue. It looks like a city in the sky. It's amazing. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. Yes, Dallas skies are beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so your new medical practice, I saw on your website that you see people in person now.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and you also have virtual care available, is that correct?
Yes, we do. We do have both. Most patients prefer the in-person visits, but of course, COVID-related cases, we tend to encourage televisits, and then on-site only if necessary.
Right.
So yes, so we do offer both visit types.
And it sounds like you take care of all types of issues. And you've got your certifications in women's health and also HIV.
Yeah, it's funny how all of that happened. But yes, I started off women's health. I did do a fellowship after residency to hone down surgical OB so I could do C-sections, take care of high risk pregnancies,
Wow.
and take care of the babies. I used to do circumcisions, take care of the babies, do
Wow.
newborn visits, and see them later in the clinic, and then get to see mom postpartum. So I got to do that for a couple of years, and then did some outpatient, strictly family practice when I was in Pennsylvania. And then when I moved here, I got into HIV care. I had done it briefly when I was in Tennessee, real brief, but then someone thought it would be a good fit. Said I should try it. I did, and I fell in love with it. It's a big underserved population, so I got to do primary care as a HIV care as a primary care physician, and then COVID hit, and Livingspring Family Medical Center was born. And so it's so interesting how I'd given up OB. I stopped doing OB 5-6 years ago now.
Really?
And that was a little tough because I had worked hard to establish myself in that field. But
yes,
now haven't had a practice that I'm understanding. All those experiences are helping me help my patients now.
yes.
From being the one to tell a patient that yes, you're pregnant, you are pregnant, and oh my God, what's next, and guiding and giving advice, and then seeing the baby.
Yes.
After, and answering questions just from that, and of course referring them to an OB for their care. So it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Yeah.
No, every experience is valuable.
Yeah.
Everyone. Yeah. Well, that's just lovely.
I'm seeing that. Ooh, let me check the plantain.
You better check. I know we started talking.
I know. Let's make sure it's not time to flip it. All right, good. I'm gonna turn it just a little bit. Very good. And I know some of you are probably looking at me like, oh my gosh, she's using her hand. I'm so used to, touching hot things right now. It doesn't feel as hot.
It doesn't feel hot.
It does.
So how do they look? Do they start to get brown at all?
They start to get a little brown. So you don't want it like a dark brown. They get a little, like a light brown tinge to it.
Okay. Like a little bit of toasting.
Yes. Yes. We're almost there.
Oh boy. Oh, I bet it smells wonderful.
Yes, it does. It's sweet. You can smell the sweetness too. And a lot of people do this outdoors. Actually, they grill it outside on the grill.
Do they? Right on the grill.
Right on the grill.
It's interesting that it doesn't stick to your grill rack.
Oh no, that's why you got to keep turning it. And sometimes it will. If it's really soft, some people like the really squishy plantains, like how bananas can get really ripened too. Use them for pudding or use them for banana bread, I think.
Right.
So you can do that. Yeah. So if you get one that's super ripe, it could just kind of
fall right through when it gets hot.
And that's why I leave the foil at the bottom to catch whatever of those fall. But this one shouldn't, because they're pretty firm.
Yeah, well, they look beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, I've not experimented with plantain, so I'm really eager to try your recipe. It just looks wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe we can get the red pepper sauce recipe too.
Okay, that works. I actually have it chopped up here.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I do. I chopped it up already. So I put and I have my the ginger I usually put a little later, because I kind of like the freshness of it. So I have the red pepper, the bell peppers, half of it I chopped. Oh, I didn't show you that. Chopped off. And then I have habaneros, that's the orange. And then I have my onions and a little bit of garlic that I'll stir fry in a little bit of olive oil. And put my spices. Got my cilantro. I have the big ones, I use a lot of them. And then I got my curry, curry powder.
Our favorites.
And my thyme. These three, and ginger, are what I use. And then a little bit of salt too, iodized salt. And I saute a little bit, and then a little bit of the juices come out. And then I take the plantain, I kind of just immerse it in it, chop and.
Oh boy.
Oop.
Sounds fantastic. I know. And I can imagine how filling it is.
It sits in your stomach very well.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah. I've fallen in love with ginger recently. Well, I won't say recently, maybe over the last 2 years. I was trying to find ways to enjoy my salad without the salad dressing. Okay. I haven't quite ventured into making my own salad dressing, but when I read the nutrition facts for most standard salad dressings, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do too much of these. Right. And so it was my mom who started it. She would romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce is a good base. You shredded carrots. She would put a little bit of beets sometimes, or radishes, and then we'll sliver grated ginger. And then crushed almond. Wow. Yeah. And the ginger would give it a little zing.
A little tang. Yeah, a little zing.
A little zing in it. And it actually tastes very good. I've gotten used to it now. So we use so
you don't need dressing at all. You just use that little bit of grated ginger.
I do that, and then I'll put some tangerines on the day because we make it in batches, but I'll put some tangerines chopped up, just to kind of give it a little wetness too. But the ginger gives it an excitement when you're eating it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Different ways to trick your mind to enjoy, to enjoy the food. Ginger has been a big one, and cilantro, fresh cilantro in salads are also very good too.
No, we love cilantro too. I love to use it in dips and soups. And beans. Oh my gosh. It just adds so much to everything.
I agree. All right. Now I'm thinking maybe I can saute this real quickly while we're waiting. What do you think?
Sure.
So let me slice the ginger. Let me at least shred the ginger. Now, a lot of this, I know I'm doing it manually, but I didn't want to make a lot of noise, but typically I would have my little chopper.
Do you have a chopper?
I have a chopper. I just put it in and, just chop it. But this is really small, so I can just mix it with my hand. Yeah.
So how long is that piece of ginger that you're slicing?
It's about 3/4 of an inch long, and 3/4 of an inch wide too. I'll be honest with you, I don't have it depends on my mood, more or less.
Yeah, I think everybody's like that.
Yeah, you put a little, but I would probably use maybe just half of this, because I don't want to over ginger it too. It doesn't take over everything that's on there. Okay, so I have it chopped ready. All right, let me get my little saucepan. I got my pot. I'm just gonna put everything in there. Okay, let's get my spoon. I'm gonna put it on very low heat. I have a gas stove. So just load a medium. Let it steam a little bit. Let me go check the plantain one more time.
Okay.
Flip it. Very good. You can feel the steam.
Mm.
Oh, yay. It's almost ready.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
I can't wait to see it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. No, not yet. Almost. Almost. I'm gonna put a timer to make sure. And the kids are they're excited too. They're waiting.
Oh, I bet they're waiting. So what is that? What is that final little key that tells you the plantains are ready to take out of the oven?
So it would have like a golden yellow.
Golden yellow.
So
So the
not
whole
the
plantain turns
Yeah.
color?
Yeah, like a golden, it's a golden yellow. So not the raw look of a banana when you open, like it's
Okay.
no longer that. It has a browning to it. So it's not brown. I'll show you. It's almost ready.
Okay,
It
we'll know
almost
in a
has
minute.
this-
Yeah.
Yeah, it has almost has the same color. It's just the texture is different because it's
Okay.
cooked.
Uh-huh.
Almost like I'm trying to think, maybe yam, no, not yam. Like not a potato, like a sweet potato. If I were to grill it, like I usually slice them sometimes, and I'll grill them in a foil pan,
Mhm.
and the color still stays the same, but there's a way it looks a little shriveled, but still the same color, and you know it's cooked.
Okay. We'll know in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's a really great point too, is that there's so many delicious things to eat that aren't complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I know before I started cooking, plant-based, I didn't cook at all, but I would look at a recipe and just think, I am not messing with that. There's no way I'm doing that.
I agree, and it would look scary. It would look really scary. Oh, see, this one is almost essentially done. So you see let me try to bring this close. You see the brown, can you see it okay?
It's kind of hard to see the brown. And it's just because of cameras. It's hard on camera, I think. But we get the idea from what you described.
Yeah, like it's hard. It's not squishy. Like it's
Mhm. It still has firmness,
yeah,
but it's
and
cooked all the way through.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a shame. Camera. Let me see. Oh, I know if you see the browning on the edges. On
I
the
can.
side.
Yeah, now I can.
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely can.
That's it.
Fascinating.
That's very it.
Fantastic.
I'm going to turn it off. And turn it off. I'm sauteing my little sauce.
All right.
So that goes very well with it. Oh, actually, let me get a plate and break it in half so you can see.
Okay.
So get a plate.
It's amazing that you're able to pick those up with your fingers,
Oh,
that they're not too hot.
not too bad. I'm so used to them, and
I know.
they break right easy. Like
Yeah, that's really.
the smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, that gives us an idea of how much. Yeah, taste it.
Tastes good.
How soft it
Soft
is.
would be better.
It's soft, but still firm.
Mm-hmm.
But not like raw. Yeah.
No, and if it was sweeter, like if it was more ripe, it'd be squishier and sweeter. But this is plenty sweet for me. This is good.
It looks like it's just right.
Well, I can't wait to eat it with my sauce.
Me too.
Yeah, this is good. This is good, and it brings back memories too. You know, back in Nigeria, it would be done in an open charcoal, like an outdoor setting on a charcoal grill, and you could eat it with
Like a charcoal grill.
Peanuts. You could eat with peanuts or what
Huh?
else would they? Or some people eat it with coconut, like fresh coconuts.
Oh, yum. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a good. Yeah, so
Wow.
everyone has a different thing to eat it with. So yeah, so this is nostalgic too.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
Now, did you grill your coconut also?
Oh no, the coconut was just fresh. So they will have it.
Fresh coconut.
Yeah, fresh coconut. They'll they'll crack the shell and then scoop out the coconut and have you, eat that on the side with it. And they could freshly roast peanuts actually right there too, next to it.
Oh, how yummy.
And fresh and
I
organic.
know, fresh is always best.
Yeah,
And you just can't beat it.
I agree.
So how's your sauce coming along?
So the sauce, I put it on low, so it's still, and I don't want to overheat it. I like it fresh, so I try not to overheat. So it's steaming. Let me add my spices. So a dash of curry, just a dash. Well, let me show you guys. Let me turn the camera this way. So that's it right there.
Oh, what a beautiful stove.
Thank you. And then a dash of thyme.
Ah,
And then some cilantro. And then a little bit of salt. I have to be careful so I don't just a little bit. And I like to steam the vegetables a little bit before I add the oil, so I don't have to fry it for too long. The goal is not to fry, it's just to give it a little golden taste or stir-fry taste.
okay. It sounds like you're heating it just enough so that it's cooked a little, but it's crispy. It's not mushy at all.
Exactly. Because when you overcook vegetables, you kind of denature them. My mom, I can hear her voice. Don't overcook them. You want to eat them fresh.
She sounds like a fabulous cook.
Yeah, and you should see her. She looks like my sister. And she's 67.
Is she?
When I'm next to her, people are like, "Was that your sister?" She eats so well. Her skin glows. She looks so youthful. So I buy into everything she tells me to do as far as healthy eating, because she's living proof that it's good for you. It's good for your skin. It's good for your overall well-being.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna add just a little bit, just to give it that, just a little bit. And a lot of times it's so interesting. I'm so used to cooking, like I can kind of gauge how much sauce or spices I want in the food. If it's just me eating it, then I can get very creative and
yes.
But with the kids, usually not too much. I gotta
It's more mild.
A little milder. Yeah. All right, that's it. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I can hold it with my hand, but I'm going to use a mitten.
Let's not take any chances. You have to protect those precious fingers. Oh, beautiful.
See how beautiful it looks?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And it smells so good.
I can imagine. We can see it steaming.
And I put it right here with the plantains. Show you. So typically this is what it would look like. Let's see. Yeah. So I would take
that's beautiful.
Just scoop the veggies and just eat.
Oh, how cool is that? That's perfect.
Oh, it's spicy.
Get some water for yourself.
It is spicy. Wow. Spicy good.
Spicy good. That's wonderful.
Spicy good.
That looks delicious. Thank you so much for sharing that today.
My pleasure.
Oh my gosh. I love watching people from different cultures and different backgrounds cook, because they're always interesting, innovative things to learn and things that I've never seen or thought of. So I'm just so grateful. And we love learning about your medical practice and know that, that you will just do so many wonderful things for patients. So I'm so
Thank you.
grateful for you today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Erin. I hope we get to do this again.
Oh, we absolutely will do it again. I appreciate you and have a wonderful Christmas, Dr.
You
Tolu.
too.
All
You too.
righty.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.